Morning.
What is it now?
What's the latest?
What do you want? I saw Rufrius Vinicius knock a man down with one punch. I wish he'd teach me a bit about hand-to-hand combat. Sorry, I'm new in town. Don't know a soul. Talk.
How would you like to get my husband Gogan out of hot water?
I remember this quest. Sure, what did he do?
Believe me, he'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. To think he'd fall for the gang's scheme. Ugh, I could kill him. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, and you look confused. Let me explain.
Go on.
The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. It's been going on for some time now. The city guard hasn't done very much about it because, frankly, the men who are robbed are so embarrassed they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own. When Gogan was, with the women, they took something quite valuable from him. No, it's not what you're thinking. He was carrying a precious family heirloom with him when he was lured out to their lair. It was a small ring given to him on our wedding day. The ring belonged to my mother and has been in the family for generations. I'm willing to give you all the money I have to get it back, 100 gold. Can you help us? Thank you. I'm afraid I can't offer you much help, but I'll do what I can. All I can tell you is that the best place to start is at the Flowing Bowl. It's a tavern located outside the city walls near the waterfront. Gogan may be able to give you more information beyond that. I like it here. People are very friendly. Much nicer than in the Imperial City. Tell me more. The Flowing Bowl attracts the worst Anvil has to offer. Always be on your guard.
What do you want? See, my wife couldn't keep a big mouth shut. Yes, it's true. I lost the family ring to those Sirens. I'm ashamed about the whole incident, but not ashamed enough to ask for your help. I was sitting in the Flowing Bowl when the most fetching Nord woman you've ever seen walked in with an equally attractive Imperial woman following. After we exchanged words, I followed them out to a farmhouse. Inside, they asked me to remove my clothes and items. Well, I did. And then suddenly they brandished weapons and robbed me. They sent me away with barely a stitch of clothing. Harlots. Just please, help me get that ring back. I want to save what's left of my marriage. I'm merely a man. How could I resist? What a mess I've gotten myself into.
What is it?
Talk to Faustina. She's got a proposition for you.
Oh, that's right.
With pleasure.
You play female.
Never seen you here before. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind making a little extra money. I've put together a gang. We make money by luring fools out to the middle of nowhere and robbing them blind. Our targets? Weak-willed men who are easily fooled into believing they will have their way with us. Oh, men are so gullible. I'll leave the decision up to you. If you want to join up, meet us at the Gredden farmhouse around 11 in the evening. I'll mark it on your map. Oh, and one more thing. If you breathe a word of this to the city guard, you won't live long enough to get whatever reward they're offering.
Are you sure about that? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know what my character is? I don't think you do.
Just to be perfectly clear, we're not prostitutes. We do everything on our own terms, and the men never, ever lay one hand on us. Hi there.
What's going on with you?
Hi there.
They say
Have you heard
syndicates
any
of
word
wizards
about
have
the
led
other
a boycott
provinces?
of imperial goods
Nothing
in the
I'd like
land
to
of the
talk about.
Ultima.
Bye.
It seems Somerset
too.
Isle has become a
It's
much more
you.
dangerous
Hi.
place. Good.
I have evidence.
How are you?
Yes. Faustina, whatever, approached me after I arrived at the flowing bowl. She said that I had it. This is hard. She said that I had what it took to join their gang, and she was interested, and I was interested to meet her in the farmhouse at a small settlement outside Anvil called Gwendon around 11 tonight. This was the break I was looking for. It's also on the map on the location. We had a horse at one point. I don't know where it went though.
Your presence here will not be tolerated.
It's been a while since I've done that. Actually, no, let's do that. I've arrived at Gwendon. I'll wait until around 11 in the evening to go inside and find out what Faustina and Signy have in store for me. Okay. Wow. Look at that view. It's so 2006. That's what, 17 years ago? It's crazy. This game came out 17 years ago, and here I am, babbling like a fucking idiot about it. Okay. Oh, yeah. I have to wait. And, wait out here. We'll wait on top of this rock.
I see you decided to take us up on our offer. Good. We could use another gal in the gang. Here's how it works. We case the flowing bowl for a likely subject. Namely, we look for a married guy who drinks a lot. Then we'll send you in there where you charm the man and get him to come out to some location we pick to rob him. When he gets there, we make him take off all his clothes, which is very easy, by the way. While they're helpless, that's when we spring the trap. So far, we haven't had to draw one drop of blood. The best part of the whole thing is that the men are so embarrassed they won't tell the guards. So, the bottom line is, you show a little skin, just a tease. No one touches you. What do you say?
And what if I say no?
Well, that's never happened before. I suppose we'd have to kill you. I mean, we can't have you going back to Anvil and ruining the whole plan. But why say no when it's so much easier and more lucrative to say yes? Or are you here for something else?
Here for Gogan's ring.
Damn, I knew it. You're working for the city guard, aren't you? I didn't think they would be stupid enough to send someone alone. But so be it. I should have known after I fenced that stupid ring and discovered it was a fake. Worthless. All part of the guard's plan, I suppose. Okay, girls. We got someone who doesn't want to cooperate. I'm just warming up, pathetic worm.
After Faustina entered the farmhouse, After entering the farmhouse, I encountered Faustina, who tried to convince me to join in on their scheme. When I told her no, she yelled out that the rest of the gang entered the room fully armed and ready for battle. I had no choice but to kill them all.
You dare attack me?
Assault! Assault!
Provinces?
They say
Huh.
in alliance with house dress.
Guess she died.
Morrowind. We had a feeling you'd be surprised when you saw us in our real uniforms. I see you have a puzzled look on your face. Ask away. Gogan and I are really members of the Anvil City Watch. I suppose you could say we work undercover. We've been trying to foil Faustina's gang for months now. Every time we tried to interview a man who was lured there, they refused to talk. The women in the gang picked married men to seduce for just that reason. It was decided the only way to stop this gang was to send in a stranger. You fit the bill perfectly. It's a shame it had to end in so much violence, but someone was bound to get hurt sooner or later. We'll clean up the mess. Don't concern yourself about it. I'm sure you had no choice. If you ever find yourself back in Anvil, stop by any time and say hello. Oh, and please say nothing to anyone about our true identities. You've done well, and here's the reward that I promised. Don't spend all the money from the reward in one place.
Let's explore the basement. That's it. That's all there is. This little room of just random things. Oh wow. Oh, pants. Henrik's pants. Nothing too exciting.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Little busy right now. Got your mess to clean up.